like that, of course you're going to be that type of woman that's going to stick by his side. I'm back live on YouTube. I'm back live on YouTube, and that's good. Merv is saying I agree with you, but some women just don't know any better. Some people are in whoa, where we go, image of what they see. Right, exactly. But you know what? It goes to show you, Merv. Okay, when do they take the blinders off and see the person for what they really is? And in our profession, hey, Merv, we see it all the time. And we scratch. I know you scratch your head because I scratch mine too. Like, am I serious? Am I really watching this? Is she really stooping this low? What is? Sometimes I just want to say, what is wrong with you? What do you see in this guy? I have asked a few people. Sometimes they come up front and they want to talk, and they say, what did they do? So what do you like about this guy? What's he doing for you? And what are you doing for each other? And I don't know if you was watching from the beginning, Murr, but I was talking about, people living in public housing and women that goes into HUD or public housing, they should have a game plan, 3 to 5 years. By that time is enough time to go to school, get your education, get a good paying job, and move up out of there and allow that spot to open up for someone who's in a shelter that does need it, really does need it. And they can do the same thing you did. Now they got a better roof over their head. These cities and states, they offer free, damn near free everything. But you know something? The people that raised the most hell when they was talking about taking away the food stamps, unless you go to work, oh, you should have, oh man. I don't know if you guys remember years. I don't know if it was in every state, but I know here in Florida, when they was talking about that, and I think they actually did it, you had to either show you was looking for a job or had a job, but it was going to cut your food stamps. These people raised hell because now I got to get out and get a job. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. So you got to go out and work and you're mad? You're mad because you got to show that you're in school and you're mad? But then you want to blame the city, the state, the government for pulling back because they want you to be productive. I got to scratch my head on that one. Damn. Who the hell are they to want me to be productive? you know, who are they to want me to be productive? Don't you want to be productive? You know, I don't think anyone set out thinking to themselves, I want to be on social service the rest of my life. However, there are people who are doing it. And like I said, I'm not coming down on them like that. But what I'm saying, well, maybe I am. Maybe I am coming down on them like that. Maybe because somebody needs to knock them upside the head. When I moved down here to Florida, I was staying with a friend's sister. Well, I wasn't really staying with her. She left me the apartment. She went to move in with her boyfriend, and it was public housing. It was over there. For those of you in Jacksonville, it was on Emerson. It was called Emerson Arms at the time. It was a project. It was okay. I stayed in the front. It was pretty quiet. Okay, but it wasn't what I wanted out of life. I didn't want to stay there for a year or two. I had a job. I was able to move around, and I saw where I wanted an apartment where I had a balcony, a pool. I didn't have none of that there, but that's what I wanted, and I set out to get it. I didn't have a problem staying there. I didn't look down upon people, but you know what? I did look down upon some people because they had this. In fact, one woman was living right above me. She was working for the city, and she had her man living there, both of them working. What the hell are you doing in public housing, holding up that spot from somebody? That upset me. You're holding up a spot because apparently you're not really reporting what you're making. You're not telling the housing development what you're making, and you're holding up a spot from somebody that really needs it. And I didn't stay long. I was only there for maybe 3-4 months, and then I was gone. Okay, but what do you do? And if you, like Joyce is saying, speak the truth. And then if you say something to them, they think that you're being a nasty. They won't cuss you out. They won't call you all sorts of names. Oh yeah, you get cussed out, you get beat up, you get shot. Mess around with these people when you try to help them to get more. It's not like it was back in the 60s and 70s. You know, we people watching Days of Our Lives, One Life to Live, um, All My Children, The Young and the Restless. Hell, I can't remember them. You know why I can't remember? Because I was at work. That's why I can't remember them. What you got to say it over here? Whoa, and look at the comments coming in. Merv, I totally agree, but they think, bro. Let me move up a little bit here so I can see what you're saying. Okay. I remember a close friend of the family and me. She never had a man take her out on a date, and she had 2 kids. We're gonna get to that in a second too, Merv. I'm glad you brought that up. Teresa saying she had 3 kids alone, worked 2 jobs, and went to college and got a college degree in criminal justice. You know what? You should be I guess I want to say like mentoring some people that you can do it even with children, because I hear so many excuses about, oh, I got kids. What am I gonna do with the kids? I'm gonna tell you what you can do with the kids. Hold on a second now. Bridget says you're supposed to have a work list to show that you're looking for a job back then. Yep. You know what? They used to go down there, get on the computer just to show that they were, I know some, just to show they're looking for a job. They don't have the intentions of getting a job. Okay. Public assistance. This is Joyce again. Public assistance makes some of us lazy. We got. You should use assistance. You should use assistance for a hang up and not a stepping. And not no. I said no. The assistance is a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone to your future. That's how I put it. Um, she said for a hand. You got to read that again, Joyce, because it's kind of over my head there. Uh, Lots of handouts down here, people on it for 10, 20 years, having 6 to 8 kids and don't have to work. Just lay around. Yeah, I see it too. That's it. And at what point do you stop having kids for these men that's not taking care of them? At what point does it stop? There's some, and be honest with you, there's some young ladies out there that if you know, they should watch this show. And the question is, do you want more out of life? That's what it comes down to for me. Do you want more out of life, or do you want to continue to get this penny ante stuff that the man is going to give you, since you want to talk about him so much? If you don't like what he's doing, get your ass up, out, and get a job. Period. Then you don't have to worry about what they're cutting, because you don't need them. Hollywood, speak Teresa. Bridget, yes, exactly. Teresa, yes, sir, can do it. Just make excuses. And probably heard me say this several times before. I can make an excuse every day for not getting up here going to work. Okay, the past week, this whole week, I was fighting a head cold to no end, but I still got my butt up out there and went to work. I got days I could take. Okay, but not trying to get religious or anything. God allowed me to open up my eyes, and I felt I could stand to do it. I got out that door and I did it. Okay, so I don't want to hear no excuses from people, because you know what? I could write a book of excuses. It'd probably be a top seller. When are you people going to get up off of your behinds and do something? And now we're going to turn to these raggedy behind men. Okay, I'm done with you women now. Okay, since you guys think that me and JB, we just focus on the women. We focus on you ladies because you know what? We have a great deal of respect for you ladies, because we have mothers. My mother worked 2 jobs. She worked for the Department of Social Services, and I remember she took on a part-time job for Mattel, the toy company, one time. Okay, so she worked, and my father too. Going back to my dad, he worked. I remember he worked the supermarket, delivered papers, and cleaned the bowling alley at night. So when people say to me, "Oh, Herman, you work a lot," this is what I seen growing up. And you know what? Come Christmas time and everything, I had. Now, I don't take anything away from, I'm sure in every, probably in every city, you got like the free toy drive and stuff where, people give free toys and everything. I don't have a problem with that because there are people that do need it, want to give your kids a Christmas and everything. But at some point, you should sit back and be like, damn, you know what? Why can't I work to buy my child this stuff? You know, and I hear the excuses about, oh, I don't have no child care. But no. Listen, don't hand it. Okay. This city and state helps you. They have child care. Free. FREE, free. There's some colleges out there. If you're going to school, they have daycares right in the school. So you bring your child with you and you go to class. Oh, there's a million and one reasons why people won't do what they're supposed to do. A million and one reasons. And this is why when you hear me and JB on here and we start talking the way we talk, it's out of frustration. It's not out of frustration for our black women. It's not out of frustration for our white women. It's out of frustration for all our women. Anyone, I don't care, black, red, yellow, green, you're a woman. You can do better without that knucklehead. I know this because I've seen it done. Evening, Miss Audrey. We are taught to work by our working parents. Thank you. Yes, Teresa, we are. You know what? And I don't want to say it like that, but if you're not working, that's because you didn't see your parents working. Somewhere along the line, somebody just got extremely lazy. I'm just gonna put it like that. Got extremely content doing what you're doing, having what you're having. Unbelievable. Um, but now about these guys, these serious guys, these sorry guys. I see these good. I'm assuming that they're good women because I've been doing this here in Jacksonville for 21 years. So I've seen the people grow up riding the bus, and I don't have a problem with that. I like seeing my people, the ones I've seen over the past 20 years, from like 6, 7 years old. Now they got kids of their own. It's a great feeling to see it. Yay, congratulations. But then you see the ones that I don't know, just went the wrong way. You want this guy that what is besides laying you down, what else is he giving you? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Back to the apartment thing. He don't need to be there. He needs if he's gonna be there, there should be a game plan. Bro, I got your children. I'm in public housing. What are you gonna do to get us out of here? What are you gonna do to get us out of here if we're gonna be together? Uh, you may not want to ask that question if you want to see him again. Oh, dudes today they'll be in the wind, but you're allowing, a roof over his head, and while you out, he's playing Xbox, and on the weekends you're boiling crabs and playing cards, but you're still there. And I say this out of frustration because this whole week I've been watching on my bus route young ladies early in the morning. See, down here around 6, 7 o'clock, they get you out of those shelters. You got to go somewhere, but you're not sitting there all day. And I see them sitting out on the curb with their children. And you know what? That really hurts me. It seriously does. And sometimes if I could ask without getting smacked in the face, like, what happened? What happened? Where did you go wrong at? What happened in your life that got you into this position that you have to be here? Teresa says she's picky. I want a true man, not someone who grills with grills on his teeth and a bike, etc. No money, no job, no thanks. I don't blame you there. I raised 5 kids. Was not mine. Uh, Joyce Johnson saying won't work at my house. No public assistance, Joyce. But to me, Even when I was driving over the road, and I remember going into Philadelphia one time, going to the bus station in Philadelphia, and they're sitting out there, and they had opened a can. You know, it really hurt me because these are children. They're innocent. They didn't ask to be here. And you're opening up a can of Vienna sausages, and you're sitting there with your kids feeding them that. I'm turning the corner, going to the bus station. I'm looking at this, and man, that kind of hurt me. And this whole week, I really took a real hard look at what's going on out there, and even myself. You know, we talk about don't judge, don't judge. No, we don't really judge per se, but we do. But my thing is, I would like to really sit down and ask, what happened that got you into this position? Because God knows, you know, I don't make light of it because hey, it could be me or anyone else out there any given time. God forbid. I'll do whatever I have to do not to be like that, not to get that way. I mean, I don't really drink, I don't smoke drugs or anything. And I just could not imagine. And I'm sure a lot of them couldn't imagine them being in this position that they are also. And a lot of them, if you watch like 2020 and some of these investigative news reports, they'll talk about a lot of times drugs took them down. Living that fast life. But don't you want more at some point? You're never too old, I don't think. You're never too old. And you know what? One young lady, I remember this is just recently, just last year. She was on the bus and she was talking to me. And she was saying about how she want to do this, that, but she has nobody to watch her children for her. I said, well, don't you have family down here? She says, yes. I said, well, why don't you ask them to help? You want to know what she told me? They won't help her because she won't leave that guy alone. So, what's more important, him or your well being? Him or your children's well being? And you know what she said? That's my baby daddy. God, if I hear that one more time, my baby daddy. Okay. If you like it, I love it. Most of the women that's going to view this is going to watch it for about 5 minutes and then click off because they don't want to hear what I got to say. Because they know I'm either talking about them and their man, if they want to call that little piece of man a man, and they're going to click off. They don't want to hear the truth, especially if it starts hitting home. Let it hit home. The hell is wrong with you? You know, I was with somebody. You know, when you get with somebody, you're supposed to be up here. You're supposed to raise the bar when you're with somebody. I was with somebody before I was with them, I was here. I got with them and I got down here. Oh, hell, something wrong with that picture. Got rid of her, I'm back up here. Okay? This is what it's all about, my people. And even though it may sound offensive, even though it may sound like we trashing you guys, nah, we love you. Me and JB, we love you. We really do. We want the best from our women. You guys support us every week, tuning in here, listening to us, giving us feedback. I appreciate it. I wouldn't want to see anything happen to you guys. But the ones that are listening and just probably just think I'm just doing this just for the hell of doing it. No, I'm not. Okay? I'm actually trying to reach you. I'm actually trying to reach somebody. Want you guys to know, hey, there are people out here to care about you. You would rather keep him and do your children wrong because your family ain't gonna have nothing to do with you because you're dealing with him. Woo! Man, he must got something between his legs. Teresa, like loving a dude in prison, he's gonna do for you nothing. Pretty much. Pretty much. You know what? But you hear that saying, at least I heard it a lot. Oh, I need a man with a little thug in him. If it wasn't so quick to go to jail down here, okay. Uh, Sabri, I wonder too what got them in that position. It's always room for improvement if you're willing to give it a try. Thank you. Thank you. You know, somehow, some way, this message has got to reach these ladies. It's got to reach them. They got to look themselves in the mirror and say, I'm better than this. I can do more than this. My family will help me, but I need to leave him alone. Okay, how hard is that to do? It must be very hard. It must be very hard. Uh, I'm sorry. This just came up on YouTube. But Chronicles of AJ. Do you believe social media ruins relationships? We, you know, if you're still watching AJ, I'll get to that one later on. Um, if a man brings you down, let him go. How do we get these women motivated to let them go? How? How do we get these women motivated to say, listen, look where I'm at. I can't have you here. You got to show me. Basically, you supporting him. Bring him in there. Hey, let me tell you something. This apartment I have, I love to pay $30 a month rent. I would love it. I love to have some assistance with my light bill. I would love it. Well, my light bill's like $80. It does, But the point is, the assistance is there, but it's not there for him. It's there for you, the custodial parent. And yet, you're still doing nothing. I like the ones that talk a good game. Oh man, yeah. They can talk about everything they want in life, but not doing a daggone thing about it. Why is this rant going on like this? Well, like I said, a lot of people got me and JB kind of, confused. We don't dislike our ladies. We love you, and we want to always see you guys do better. We know how it is to be scandalous men. I was once a scandalous man. I'm not going to talk for JB. I'll talk for myself. Okay. But the things I used to do, I wouldn't do today. I wouldn't do that to a woman. She doesn't deserve it. Hey, what's up, white boy James? A token. Hey, Jamie, how are you saying? And are you guys going to get that room for improvement? There's always room. And when we come back, I want to know, is anybody out there willing to talk to somebody about getting rid of that man? And we're going to talk about this. Just happened to come in. Bridget had put up there that she gave a young lady an application and she never got it back. Yeah. eh, Well, and that's, why would you even go waste your time to go get an application and then you're not even gonna give it back? Uh, Okay, well, who am I? Who am I to talk? All right. Well, I hope that this segment, the last segment at least, let you guys understand. I had to bring it out that we don't come on here to really trash anyone. We want to see everybody build up to their full potential. But we want to see our ladies. Like I said, I don't care you're black, white, purple, orange. We want to see all of you build your potential all the way up. You're special. You're very special. We consider you ladies queens and goddesses as far as I'm concerned. Regardless of what you might hear us say from now and again, this might be out of frustration from past relationships, but it's never, really directed towards all women. No, you like all men, you got your good seed and your bad seeds, and this is what happens. Unfortunately, when you had so many bad seeds, it oversees the good ones, and a lot of times we got to let that go. We heard it say it before. We carry it over to the next person, to the next relationship. If there's a relationship, we don't know when to just let it go or let our guards down a little bit. I'm quick to tell somebody I'll let my guard down. I don't have a problem with it because you will show me who you really are eventually. The true you will come out. A person can only hold who they are back but so long. And if you got the patience, just lay back. They'll show you who they really are. It'll start slow, a little bit here, a little bit there, and if they think you catching on to them, then they'll try to switch it back and pull back a little bit. You'll see. But now back to what we were saying about being in a relationship and everything. Um, but and then again for guys, you know, I don't have a whole lot of guys watching right now. I'm trying to get my mind set to friend request men, but you know how I feel about that. So maybe you guys, if y'all have male friends, maybe y'all can tell them to view in or something like that. Um, but even these guys, they there's some good guys out there too. But sometimes they get involved with these women who just wanna drag them. And yeah, but funny because on there was a post, and I wrote it down because it was kind of interesting to talk about. And it says, a man won't give a woman as many chances as a woman would give a man. When I first read it, I said, you're right. You're absolutely right. But then I had to think about it, and I was like, well, I guess it depends on the circumstances. Even with that, I don't know if I would even say it's 50-50. It's so iffy. But if I had to, I would say from um, past relationships personally and what I've seen from my friends, I do believe yes, women will give a man more chances than a man will give a woman. And the reason is really kind of, I don't want to say stupid. Um, it almost seems like we want y'all to respect your bodies, but we don't respect ours. You know where I'm going with that, okay? You know, like I said, me and JB always said we think of a woman's body as a temple, and but it's okay for a man to go run through as many women as we can with our bodies, but we don't want a woman run through as many men as they can with their bodies. It's a double standard there, and it sucks. It's not right. I'm gonna be the first person to say it. It's not right, but that's the logic. That's the mentality that us guys have. We have that mentality that you know our bodies shouldn't be. Oh no, shouldn't be. Our bodies aren't sacred. Not like a woman, because you guys can do things we can't do, like give birth. You know, and we're trying to justify and find anywhere justifying why it's okay for us to do it, but not okay for you. I'm just going to tell it like it is. Okay, it's wrong. It's stupid. I'm going to admit it. I'm ashamed to even say it though, but it is. This is how we in our mind justify you shouldn't do it, ladies, but I can do it as a man because nothing's going inside my body. So it's okay. But something's going inside your body. That's not okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hey, it's time for war now. And we got Joyce is saying that's true. I I know it is true. James is saying he agree. When you get on this show, I'm going to tell it like it is. This is how our mentality is, and it's hard to break it. It's hard to break it. At my age, it's hard for me to break it and be like, well, I mean, I don't do it now, but back then, yeah, it's okay for me. But I'll be damned if you better do it. What Bridget got to say? So true. So true. Devo, it's true. There's so many times when I'm doing this show and I'm saying things and I feel kind of ashamed, like the way I used to think, or maybe the way I still think, depending on the situation. But I want you ladies to know how we think and why we think that way. No, I'm not trying to justify nothing. No, it's wrong on both ends. It's wrong. But it makes us feel better as men. It really does. It's like, oh man, she cheated on me. Yeah, she had this guy. Well, dude, what didn't you just join her last week? That's different. What's different about it? But, but this is how we feel better about ourselves by something we did wrong too. What's Joyce saying up here on YouTube? Joyce saying that doesn't mean that we will tell you. Well, no, it probably doesn't. But we know. We know that doesn't make things right or wrong, but we do know. Ooh, got a new watcher here, Miss Franklin. How you doing, Miss Franklin? And Savory says I'm right. And man, the men once we break out of this realm that we're in, what's good for you is not good for me, or I can do it and you can't. Relationships will stay strong. Will stay first of all, people stay together. And I've always said this: if each relationship, say me and Sabre were together, if I went to the store and instead of me picking up something for me, I picked up something for her. Instead of her picking up something for her when she's in the store, she pick up something for me. Think about the other person before thinking about yourself. I do believe a relationship will stay very strong. I do believe people may stay together a lot longer because when you put that person first, you can only feel special. I'm making you feel special. You making me feel special. There's no reason for me to go out there. Justifiable. Yeah. There I go trying to justify something again. Okay. My bad. I shouldn't do that. But that's what I like to see. And I kind of preach that to some people that, sometimes they'll say selfishness. One person's selfish and this is why I did that. Listen, you can't justify it just because they're being selfish. But if it makes you feel better that you can lay down at night and go to sleep and feel good about yourself, go ahead, do it. Knock yourself out. Who am I to stop you? But the thing is, I want you guys to remember this too. Whenever you're doing something you're not supposed to do and you know it's wrong, there's always a price to pay. And the question is, are you willing to pay that price? You don't know what it is and you don't know when it might come. And that's probably what keeps me grounded. Now, no, I don't really believe in, the whole stuff that we talk about sometimes. I don't believe in that, But I know if I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, there's going to be a price to pay somewhere. Yeah. So everybody got to watch themselves when they go out there. What we got people saying out there? That's when it's love because you put the special person first. I got to agree with you 100% on that one. I have to. Because there's just so much of me, I, that you forget that there's someone else. Once Joyce over here said, once we learn to give 100 to each other, right? Again, it's like if you're on your way home, you stop and get you some Chinese food. Shouldn't you call I'm talking to guys also, shouldn't you call your significant other and ask them if they want something? Hey, I've had it done. Well, I'm sitting in the house hungry. She coming in the house with a bag full of food for her. Well, you didn't bother to call and ask me if I wanted something? Needless to say, that's why we're not together no more. One of the reasons. But it happens. And we got to stop that. But if you see that you're giving and the other person isn't, you need to sit them down and talk to them first. Sit them down, talk, and say, listen, I don't feel like I'm being given what I'm putting out. You can come home and just forget about me. And the minute they start, and I'm talking for men, to men and female, to men and ladies, okay? Talk. Always talk first. Okay? Everything else is a last resort. But you got to talk it out first and get understanding. And if this person don't feel that they have a need to do it, then okay, it's up to you what you want to do next. But I do truly believe that relationships will stay together if people would think about the other person before them. That's just my belief. Take it for what it's worth. All right. I never steer a person wrong. I would never tell a person to do something that I wouldn't do. And Hollywood's saying, what you do in the dark will come to light. Well, that's true. Like I said, there are people out there that just really can't hold water. You know they did wrong the minute they walked through the door, because that's just how they are. But worry about you not doing the wrong thing. Don't worry about that person. You make sure you follow the right path, because I want to see our people stay together. Once again, when I say our people, I'm talking about men and women. Not no racial barriers here. All right. Kathy Pope. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for joining. And let's see. Sabra, I'm always willing to spend money on him as he does for me. There you go. Would you consider that a 50-50, Sabra? Because that sounds like neither one of you are afraid to go into your pockets. It was said, I think we talked about this last week. Someone said, it was posted. When you go, if a woman takes a man out to dinner or asks him to go out, should he pay? I'm like, hey, if you invited me out, yeah, you should pay. You invited me. But there were some people that said, the man should pay, at least offer to pay. Now, I'm not saying I haven't done it. Yes, I mean, you took me out. I felt good about it. Yeah, I got a couple extra bucks in my pocket. Why not? You asked me out, but hey, put your purse down. I got it. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, hey, you did invite me out. Why not? I mean, we ain't go to no 5-star restaurant. No, we went someplace, a little fish place or whatever, seafood place. I like seafood. And I had a good deal. Bill came was like $45. No big deal. But a lot of women do want the man to pay. They look forward to the man paying. Well, I guess we'll be back there washing some dishes because you invited me out. I'm looking at you when that bill comes, slide it right back to you. and you know how the waitress always puts it in front of the guy. They did that to me one day. I said, oh, no, she paying. Oh, I'm sorry. Shh. I think they stopped doing it. That's why they put it right in the middle of the table, because they don't want to offend anyone. So, all right, people, I thank you very much. I'm sorry for the late start. Just sometimes things just don't go right, and I can't understand why. My life, But hey, I wish you all the best. I wish you all well. Next week, hey, listen, by the way, start making the transition over to YouTube. Go on YouTube and put in Friday Night Live with JB and Uncle Herman. And before you even finish it all, you'll see my picture pop up there. Go live on YouTube. Have a great time like we're doing. I'll still be on Facebook a little bit longer. but I really want everybody to make the transition over to YouTube as quick as possible. And also very important to hit God dog it. Forgot what you're supposed to hit on this thing. Um Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe. It's going to help me out. It's going to help the show out and help get us to the next point. Um, Teresa saying my patients have been together. Yeah, been together my parent patient. You put patients, but she's saying her parents been together for 75 years. They are in their 90s. They never complain. Never in each other's business. They both worked. Had 5 kids. All right. In their 90s, been together 75 years. Ooh, man. Hey, can I make it 5 years with somebody? Hey, is anybody, listen, anybody out there single? You want to date with Uncle Herman? We can make that work. We can make that work. All right. I appreciate you as always. And as soon as I get an update on JB, what happened to him, I will let you guys know. I'm hoping it's nothing serious. And hopefully he'll be here with us next week. All right, let's see what the rest of the comments here on YouTube is saying. Joyce is saying, if I take you out, I will pay and you take care of the tip. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a treat for me. No, 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 no. No, this is all around on the woman. If you taking me out, unless I suggest the tip, otherwise than that, no, that ain't right. Joyce said, have a good night. Good show. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Hit the bell and get the notification. Hit the bell, get the notification. Listen, I'm still new at this stuff, all right? So, hey, Jane, you coming in as we're going off. But I thank you. You guys be safe. Have a good night. If you're going out to a friend's house, you be safe driving out there. If you're going to drink, hey, Uber, best friend, somebody, do not take the chance. You don't have to worry about yourself, but worry about the next person because you never know what they're up to. I love you guys. Till next week. Be safe. Bye-bye.